there it is. It comes out right there. Okay. Now let's do something more for this header. Okay, so we're going to call it header 3. Again, guys, remember, you can call this whatever you want, but I suggest that you do it something that you can remember. You know, websites get really complex, and if you can, it actually helps if you know, if you're naming them things that you can remember. So now for this one, we're going to do something weird. We're going to give it a width of 100 pixels. Okay, and we only have another 50 to work with on the height, so we are going to give that another 50 pixels as well. We're going to float this baby left, how we've been saying. We're going to give it no padding, once again, and we're going to give it a background color. Okay, and what color should we use? Let's use pink for the girls. There we go, if there's any girls watching. Okay, so now we go down to our header, to our body, I'm sorry, and we're going to call this pink div into action. Okay, div ID, header number 3, close that, close the div, hit F5, and there is our div right there. Okay, so now we got blue, red, pink, and we got this open space over here, which is the green, which represents our actual header box. Okay, so now let's go down here and let's type header number 4. Okay, and that's going to be our last one. So we go width. Now, how much width do we actually have? We still have 100 pixels left, right? Actually, let's do a little something. Let's say that we're gonna make this 200 and see what happens. Okay. Here we're gonna give it a height of 50 pixels. We're gonna float it left. So we're doing everything that we've been doing so far, right? But you're gonna see what's gonna happen because the pixels don't add up. Okay, we're gonna give it another background color. And this time, let's do yellow, because that's pretty annoying. Okay, we go back down to our body, over here, and now we're going to call this div into action. Okay, so div ID, and this is header number 4. We close that and close that div. Now, when we hit F5, you see that the yellow, that yellow div that we just created, it's outside. You see, we wanted it to go in this green part, but now it's not on the green part, it's outside. And the reason that that is happening is because we went over our pixel limit. Okay, our entire div for this, for our header, right, for the header box is 400. So we're using 200 here, right? We're using another 200 there for the red one, 100 for the pink one, but now 200 for the fourth one. So what we need to do here is that we just change this header to 100 pixels, and now look at that. It went right into place where it's supposed to be. Okay? So now, from there, now you understand how from a big box, right, we go into a smaller box, and from a smaller box, we got all the other boxes. So let's make one more box, and then we'll be done. And we're gonna call this one the content box. Okay? And we're gonna do exactly the same thing that we've been doing. We're gonna give it a width, right? Now you gotta keep in mind that our entire site is 800 by 800, right? Now we're already using 400. So let's use 200 pixels. Actually, hold on. Oops, my bad. We're using 400 wide because our header is 400 wide. And what we're going to use for the height, we are going to use, let's use 600. All right, now for this, we don't want this to float left because this is our container within a container within a container, right? So this is the box that is going to hold all the other boxes for our content, right? So what we want to do here is that we want to use margin 0 auto, right? And what this is going to do is that it's going to center our content box right underneath the header. Okay, we're going to give it no padding, 0 pixels for padding, and then we're going to give it another background color to annoy the masses. Here we go. Let's give it, yeah, cyan. Why not? Okay, we close this, and now let's go down here to our body and see what we can do. Okay, here's something interesting. We want this content box to be within our wrapper, but not within our header. Okay, so you have your header box right here, right? You got all the little boxes that go inside our header box, and then you close that div. But now we're gonna do a content box, right? So we need to type that outside our header box. So let's call that div into action, div ID, content box, close that div. Hit F5, and there it is. So now we have a box within a bigger box, and it's outside this other box. Okay? And you would just follow the same things that we did for the header, you would do for the body, and you would do as well for the footer. So this is the basic architecture on how to work with divs. Cost me a lot of pain and suffering, so hopefully this helps you guys not suffer through the same things that I had to. So there's links in the description box. You can leave your comments, your questions, or whatever you want to say to me. Be nice. It is my first tutorial. Very simple one. There's also links to my website, to my Facebook. You can follow me, like me, do all that cool stuff. So again, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you guys around. See ya.